believe I got in this place. Hey everybody, it's Sleeve, and right now I'm in Bellmawr, New Jersey. I stopped at Chipotle over here for dinner tonight, and I'm going to make my way back home. And I figured I'd take you along with me. Yeah, I got this idea watching one of Wally B26's videos, and actually, it's not a bad idea, you know, to show different places as I drive along. We're on Browning Road right now, and right here is Carmen's Deli. Honestly, they make an awesome hoagie. I think it's called a Sicilian, or my dad calls it Rosa's Special. It's like prosciutto, provolone, roasted peppers. Oh, it's so good. I should talk to them. I'm a fat boy. Well, not as fat. I've been losing weight. And then we have a tavern over here. A lot of my co-workers, when I used to work here in Bellmawr, that was like their go-to spot after work. I never went. I don't drink. I'm a boring guy. I don't drink, smoke, or chew around with the girls who do. But yeah, I did get this idea from Wally B26. Then again, it's kind of like that one scene of Family Guy where, you know, Peter Griffin says, "We say we didn't take everything from the Simpsons. We took everything from the Simpsons." Yeah, that's me. I can't say that I didn't take anything from Wally B26. I took everything from. Yeah, but honestly, it's been quite an adventure for me the past 4.5 years of doing this channel, and just the things that I've learned about the world around me, and if doing what I saw Wally B26 do is how I got to learn so much about the world around me, then it was a good idea, and I'm thankful for that experience, and thankful for the inspiration. So Wally, if you're watching, thank you. Okay, that house is always decorated for some holiday. I mean, even like during the like March, they'll have green lights out there for St. Patty's Day. They'll have like red, white, and blue for 4th of July, whatever. I used to walk up and down this road when I didn't have a car, and I had to get home or go to work. I would pick up the bus over on the White Horse Pike, take the 403 New Jersey Transit bus home, or take it to the Valero station across the street from where Zaley's Alongside ShopRite is, and just walk straight down this road here. Yep, Rite Aid's got the lights and the sign on, but they're closed. Used to shop at that Rite Aid. Used to shop at a lot of Rite Aids, but that was got a plaque. There used to be a school where that sits now, and now across the street was the former Rite Aid. Okay, if you look over to the right a little bit, let me show you a bit. Yeah, that was the Rite Aid. And when they built the new Rite Aid, they had to tear down an old school, and that former Rite Aid for a time was a charter school. Kind of ironic, don't you think? Yeah, and then there was also I remember this one guy who used to work at this Rite Aid over here. Real kind of quiet kind of guy. I felt, you know, when I remembered, you know, when I thought of, you know, all the different, you know, Rite Aids closing, and of course I did one of my videos I went through here. Thought about the guy. I was like, where's he gonna work? And I hope that he and all the other former Rite Aid employees got jobs somewhere. Hope they got a chance to do something they like, you know? Honestly. I feel bad for those who worked at Rite Aid. If that was your only job you've ever known, and now the whole company is gone. I mean, I don't know how that would feel. I've never been in that situation, but then again, it happens to all of us one time or another. Over to my left is Edmund Optics. Used to be Edmund Scientific. Charleston Pinball Arcade. You might be familiar with Edmund Scientific. They had all kinds of neat gadgets and everything. There was like a little shop that you could, that was open to the public. But for whatever reason, they got out of all that and just went with optics, lenses and whatnot. Okay, now here, this intersection, this is Atlantic Avenue, this intersection here, and I'd barely been a licensed driver for like maybe 2 or 3 months when I was over at the left side, the side where that's the alongside Kmart. Well, now it's a flooring store and going to be another part's going to be a thrift store. But I was there. There was no traffic lights back then. We only had like a stop sign, and well, the direction I'm coming, Brown Road, was uncontrolled. So I mean, people just fly right over those railroad tracks there, and I'm just trying to cross over. And that's a nice Nissan Stagea. It's a Japanese wagon. They actually have one for sale at this lot over on the Whitehorse Pike in Berlin, actually, next to a Nissan Skyline sedan. Oh man, I'm just getting okay. Rabbit trails there, and I looked both ways. I was real nervous. I've barely been driving. I was actually coming back from a college and career youth group activity, and I see this car coming my way, towards me on Atlantic Avenue, so I figure I can't stay to cross. I'm almost across when this guy just coming over the railroad tracks turns and hits my car. I had this 86 Plymouth Caravelle sedan, basically slightly longer than a Plymouth Reliant, but basically the same basic car. And my insurance adjuster, when she talked to me, she's like, I've heard of front end to front end, front end to quarter panel. I've never heard of quarter panel to quarter panel. The guy literally turned right to avoid hitting me and instead just slid right into me. And that was my first ever car accident. I actually ended up running up the street to, it's an abandoned gas station now. I did that video, the abandoned alongside gas station. But yeah, back then it was actually an open gas station, and I was able to call the cops from there because, we didn't have cell phones back in 1997. Well, at least common everyday people didn't have cell phones. You had a phone in your car. You were some rich guy, or you were some overextended guy. I guess if you're not rich, you wanted to look rich. Oh my goodness. It was a different world back then. I was only 19 years old, didn't know nothing. But yet, Atlantic Avenue, we're running parallel to the train tracks. In fact, I know Wally B26 is a big rail fanning guy. If you get to, I believe it's Stone Road and Atlantic Ave, it's center of Laurel Springs. There's a little spot you can park your car at, and you can do some rail fanning there. That's a good spot. Again, I don't know too much about that kind of stuff because it's not my bag. But if that's what you're into, I mean, that's a good spot. It's funny here. You got this service station. Well, it's not. It's now just a garage there. But next door, there's that yellow house over on my right. You'll see a little bit of it. We're crossing here. My best friend used to live up in the second floor there. And there was a time where what I would do is I'd take the bus from my neighborhood, get off Well, I think that was back when St. Gregory's was still there before they tore that down and made way for Royal Farms. But I'd walk down and I'd wait for him and we'd ride in together to work. Yeah, he's now a salesman over at Hessert Chevrolet. So you're looking for a car, go see Big Joe at Hessert Chevy in Cherry Hill. Tell him Sleeve sent you. Now crossing the railroad tracks from Warwick Road, and this particular Rite Aid, the lights are off, and well, again, no one's home. I mean, people who live in the apartment complexes over there, they use that parking lot. I mean, why not? But yeah, I was there literally. I got there right as they were closing up shop. Now I came there earlier, and and filmed that when it was still open. But yeah, I was hoping to get my hands on one of those like combination basket cart type things. I think I put a picture up on one of my Rite Aid videos I did. But yeah, I still want one of those if I can find one, reasonably priced. I mean, someone on Facebook Marketplace probably gonna, sell for like $400 or $500 or something. Like, come on, $10, $25. I'll give you $25 for it. Yeah, and what would I do with one of those? Well, I don't know. I still have literally a stack of unused Kmart price tag sheets I bought at the Avenel, New Jersey Kmart when they were going out of business. That was the second to last Kmart, man, here in New Jersey. By the way, over the weekend, I went to a couple places, some repurposed stores. And speaking of Kmart, you're going to want to see this one place I shopped at in Philadelphia. I don't know when I'm going to be putting that video up, but I'm going to definitely be working on the audio portion. Okay, that Big Belly Deli and More used to be an old Wawa, the old style, near Sterling High School. Yep. And we're going to come up on another former Rite Aid, just up the way a bit. Yeah, it's funny. I used to date a girl who lived next town over from me in Lindenwald, and we go down Stone Road, which eventually becomes Warwick Road, which is what we're on right now, and go all the way out to Haddonfield. And we just walk up and down Haddonfield, stopped in a Chinese restaurant, and just made a day of it and stuff. I don't miss her, I just miss the dates. Yeah, she was totally wrong for me, but you live and learn. And hey, maybe there's someone out there for me, don't know. This Rite Aid's got its lights on, but no, they're all closed. It's amazing now that there's no Rite Aid company. When they close these places up, they didn't even bother to take the signage down. Like the one in Sicklerville, which closed at the beginning of all these closures this year. They took the signs down. But they didn't do it for pretty much most of the Rite Aids that they had left. They just let the signs up. I mean, there's no company to send them back to. But yep. Sorry, it's not as probably not as cool as Wallaby 26's little, in the woods and the pines and everything. Actually, I do plan on, there's one road I used to take on my way home from work. Well, when I was working out in Mount Laurel, on Thursdays, I'd go straight from work to church. Because, Thursday night we have our prayer meeting. And there's this back road I took because I got tired of taking Route 73, because 73 was at rush hour, pretty much the textbook definition of hurry up and wait. So I took these little 2-lane roads, and I found what I kind of call the New Jersey equivalent of Tail of the Dragon. Maybe not as exciting as the real Tail of the Dragon is. And for those who know, it's like guys in sports cars and motorcycles love to race that, drive through there. I think, Wally B26 drove the Z24 through that. That was pretty cool. Well, this is kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like that kind of road. It's got the twists and the turns. Not as many, but you're in the woods. You're out and you don't see civilization for quite some time. I think I want to do a video driving through that. That'd be pretty cool. You guys might like that. I think I'll do that during the daytime, though. But yep, now this is Stone Road. You got the Stratford Nursing Home over to my left, and that is a depressing place. I think that, man, every time I've been there, I've never been more depressed than a nursing home. Even when my grandmother on my mom's side was in a nursing home over in Washington Township, that wasn't nearly as depressing as that place is. But yep, right here, this is YB26. This is the place you want to do some rail fanning at. This intersection here is perfect. It got like a little place off the side you can park. There's an old train depot. It used to be the Clementon Depot, from my hometown. Then they moved it down here to Laurel Springs. Fun fact, the borough of Clementon, we're not a township, we're just a borough, but along with the other boroughs of Lindenwold, Pine Hill, and Laurel Springs, we all share the same zip code. Yeah, I'm a little speeding, sorry. We all share the 08021 zip code. I just passed by a house, a couple friends of mine from high school, brother and sister. They grew up there. The sister was in my graduating class. The brother was like a year or two, that's 2 years below us. We were all drama geeks in the school plays together and stuff. Good friends. That was 1,000 years ago, feels like. And I'm gonna take this little way here. Sometimes I cut through a neighborhood, but this a little easier here. This is the former Interborough Savings to my right. I did a video there one time where my mother's 71 Pontiac Grand Safari wagon caught fire in the drive-thru when I was just a baby. And it's still abandoned. People still drive their cars into it. Oh, okay, we had a little technical difficulties. This didn't want me I'm using my phone cameras. It didn't want me to go overtime, which I don't understand. Whatever. But yeah, the corner of this bank building here, someone hit it. And across the street, also to my right here, is, well, it was St. Lawrence Roman Catholic Church. Now it's Our Lady of Guadalupe. And when I was a little baby, I got sprinkled here. In fact, both my brother and I, when we were babies, got sprinkled there. So my grandmother, on my mom's side, again, strict Catholic, believed, because my sister didn't get sprinkled, that she was going to hell. So when my sister got baptized in the church we grew up in, we later grew up. We later went to a church in my hometown. Well, she invited my grandma to witness this, and so, see, I'm baptized. Okay, you're fine now. Never mind, it was, she was baptized in the Baptist church. My sister was. But my grandma was like, okay, that's enough. Now, if I have a rant, this is my rant. Sometimes as of late here on the White Horse Pike, people stop at this red light here and just wait for it to turn green when you can go right through and get on to White Horse Avenue. You have Lindenwold Middle School to my right. Used to be Overbrook Regional Junior High when I was in 7th grade, my final year in the public school system. Yeah. And I hated that track. That's a quarter-mile track around the football field. I never could run a full quarter mile, much less a mile. Back in 7th grade, I get winded real easy because I was like, this 90-pound weakling. Oh, I'm more of a man now than I ever was. But now we're coming up on my street, and I don't want to, I think I'm ready to just, turn it in, go to bed. It's been a long day. But that's it for me here. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend. Check out my merch. The link's in the description. Take a drive. See what's out there. You never know what you might find. Have a great day, folks. Or night, as it is right now. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.
Move closer to your world, my friend. Take a little bit of time. Move closer to your world, my friend.